Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Game 5 of the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Columbus Blue Jackets, and it was a very weird game. So it was very weird in that Columbus actually had more than 40 shots. Tampa Bay played terribly, and I mean terribly, defensively and offensively. Yet they still went through. So this was an elimination game, and somehow I felt like each game going into Game 5, excluding Game 1, left a little to be desired. Perhaps from both teams, the offense wasn't as good as we expected it to be, the defense wasn't as good as we expected it to be, except obviously if you discount Korpisalo. But I did expect a little bit more from each team. Very early on, the game was actually not looking that bad. There were a few feuds forming. Korpisalo off Paquette, but Paquette should have done much better on the shot. He should have scored that. However, right after that miss, Tyler Johnson deflects the puck. It goes into the net. It's 1-0 Tampa Bay on the night, and Columbus now needs to leave their defensive structure. They need to do more on the offense. Not even a minute later, Blake Coleman gets the puck on the right side of the ice. He uses Zakorensky as a screen. He wrists it bottom left corner. Korpisalo can't stop it, and just like we saw in yesterday's game between Washington and the Islanders, it's 2-0, not even having played 10 minutes in the first, and it will require a huge comeback from the team that is in an elimination game. Not even 5 minutes later, Wenberg finds himself with the puck behind the Tampa Bay net. He gets the puck to Foligno. Foligno actually scores. He reduces the deficit. It's 2-1. Perhaps we are actually on for a comeback, but the first ends 2-1 for Tampa Bay. So the second starts with Coleman in the box. Vasilevsky comes up with a big save. That power play is skilled. Columbus actually looks the much better team, and 6 minutes in, they are already out shooting Tampa Bay 18-9. Some fights need to break out. Nikita Kucherov and Pierre-Luc Dubois actually don't take any penalties for hits that were definitely illegal. They should have taken at least a double minor or at least even a major for that. But again, the officiating during the playoffs has been terrible for every team, not even just the Columbus Blue Jackets, not even just the Tampa Bay Lightning, but every single team has had horrendous decisions not go their way. The first half of the second is really not how you want to start for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay takes a penalty, then they go 4-4, then they take a penalty yet again. They don't give themselves the time or the opportunity to widen the gap to get a third, and it actually cost them. Stanley gets his first ever playoff goal. It's all square. Columbus are actually the much better team, and with 16 seconds to go in the seconds, Foligno again, he gets a goal, and they've come back to lead. Just like we saw yesterday with Washington against the New York Islanders, the team that is facing elimination is losing 2-0. They come back to lead. It's 3-2, and with literally 1 second to go, Pat Maroon takes a penalty for roughing. The shots are 34-15 in favor of Columbus. In favor of Columbus, 34-15 in an elimination game where Tampa Bay was leading 2-0. The penalty to start the third off with is killed successfully by Tampa Bay. Columbus actually gets out of zone time, and 6 minutes in, Tampa Bay hits the post, and it looks like everything is going Columbus's way. They came back from 2-0 down. Tampa Bay just is not getting a lot of shots in, and if they do get a shot, it hits the post. But yet again, that period is filled with lots of roughing, with lots of uncalled penalties. This officiating was horrendous, and the balls just keep on troubling right in front of our eyes. Sergachev takes a feed from underneath Vasilevsky. Bjorkstrand capitalizes on it 10 minutes into the third. It's 4-2 Columbus, and I reiterate, they were down 2-0 after less than 7 minutes. For some reason, Tampa Bay actually appeals it for a goaltender interference, but the goal was clear as day. Obviously, the goal is not overturned. They go a man down with 10 minutes to go, and with 2 goals behind, that is not what you want to do when you're 2 goals behind in an elimination game. Although you're leading 3-1, the other team is frail, it's fragile, capitalize. However, right as that power play is scaled, Shattenkirk takes a slap shot. It touches Korpisalo, but it still goes in. And it's 4-3 with about 7 minutes to play. You don't know what is going to happen. Anything could happen, but Columbus is still winning. The problem with this Tampa Bay team, however, is that it took 17 minutes to get a third shot on goal in a third period where you were down the entire time. 17 minutes for a team with Brayden Point, with Kucherov, with Palat. That is a horrendous stat. But with 2 minutes to go, the puck actually takes a deflection off Cirelli's skate. It very slowly glides in past the goal line. It's 4-4 on the night. Korpisalo did not have a good performance at all. Neither did Tampa Bay, to be fair. But still, it's 4-4. And we go to overtime yet again. Any bets on how many overtimes? 3, 4, 5, 6? We'll see. Tampa Bay creates more in the first 5 minutes of the overtime. Columbus can't get any rest, they can't get the puck out of their zone, and the comeback was not complete. Kucherov gets the puck to Brayden Point. Brayden Point is face-to-face with Korpisalo. He gets on his backhand, he puts it in the net. It's 5-4 in the evening. Game over, series over. Tampa Bay goes to round 2. So it wasn't a spectacular performance by Tampa Bay. None of the games really were a spectacular performance. The spectacular performance in Game 1 was from Columbus, was from Werenski, was from Jones, was from Korpisalo. Tampa Bay probably underwhelmed, but they went through without Stamkos. That's a great thing for them. If he comes back in time, that's a huge boost against whomever they're going to play in round 2. But we'll see about that. So that was it for the review of Game 5 of Columbus Blue Jackets against the Tampa Bay Lightning. If you've enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.